Hi everyone! Thank you for watching again. So today I'm gonna do things a little bit differently. Bear with me if it might seem a little bit awkward for me to talk face to face to you guys. Because I think the subject of trimming your hair is such an important subject that I want to explain to you guys why you should trim your hair when you know it's time to trim your hair, and then show you a video of me trimming my daughter's hair so you guys can do it on your own daughter or on your own hair. I think it's one of the major keys in gaining length, because we all want long hair, or a lot of us want long hair, and trimming your hair is an important part of gaining long hair. And I know it sounds weird because that's exactly how I felt when people used to tell me back in my relaxed days, yeah, if you want long hair you need to trim regularly. And I was like, how does trimming my hair, how does cutting of length means that I'm gaining more length? It didn't make any sense for me at all. But when I started my natural hair journey and I started to dive into information on how to keep your hair healthy, I also did my research on why you should trim your hair and why it's very important. And then it clicked, yes, you need to trim your hair to get long hair. Trust me, because every time you manipulate your hair, you're causing damage. It doesn't matter if you manipulate, if you finger detangle every hair strand for hours and hours, you'll still have some sort of damage to your hair. But if you do it properly, you only have to trim your hair every 6 months or even less. If you trim your hair on a regular basis, you're retaining more length. And the reason why is you need to cut off unhealthy hair. That's what trimming is for, cutting off unhealthy hair. And if you're not cutting off unhealthy hair as soon as it happens, what is gonna happen is that you're causing more damage to your hair. Like single strand knots cause a lot of damage to healthy hair because they tangle a lot with them, and then you end up not cutting off only that one strand that was unhealthy, but you have to cut off more. If you trim your hair on a regular basis, then you might lose 2 months worth of hair growth, and you maintain 10 months worth of hair growth in a year. That is a lot of hair growth. If you can achieve 10 months worth of healthy hair growth, then you're on the right track. But if you don't trim your hair on a regular basis, you might end up cutting off not 2 months worth of hair growth, but 4 months worth of hair growth, or 6 months worth of hair growth. Or for some people, end up cutting off a hair growth of a year because you did not trim your hair when it was time to trim your hair. Letting the unhealthy hair cause damage, like havoc on your healthy hair. So that's why you should trim your hair on a regular basis. So that having said, when do you know it's time to trim your hair? You know it's time to trim your hair. I follow the 3 signs when I have a lot of single strand knots. Why? Because single strand knots are the devil of having a healthy hair regimen. If you detangle your hair properly, you will find that there's one single strand knot that is causing the biggest knot. When I have a lot of split ends, when detangling becomes a pain, normally detangling takes me 30 to 40 minutes a week, because I only detangle my hair after wash day, when my hair is wet and saturated with conditioner. And if you're not doing that right now, then you need to start doing that. Seriously, start doing that, and don't you ever detangle your hair dry. You hear me? Side note. If it takes me 60 minutes or longer to detangle my hair on wash day, that's it. I know it's time to trim my hair. Something in my hair is so unhealthy that it's causing major knots, major tangles, and they need to get gone. So that's when I know it's time to trim my hair. And another key is, or another sign that it's time to trim my hair is I do a lot of twist outs. Like I love twist outs. But when I notice that when I'm starting twisting and my hair gets really thin at the ends, like you have like the juicy twist and then the ends are so thin and straggly, I know it's time to trim it. So that's what I do. Signs that it's time to trim your hair: 1, single strand knots and split ends. 2, wash day becomes a pain because you have a lot of tangles in your hair. Trim your hair. 3, when your twists aren't as juicy as they need to be. So talking about trimming my hair, I normally trim my hair every 6 months, but I changed something in my hair regimen because I'm lazy. So I'm always trying to figure out like what step can I leave out and wash day quicker, and my hair made me pay for it. Like I always do use my protein conditioner and follow it up with my moisturizing conditioner to balance out the protein, but I stopped balancing it out with my moisturizing conditioner because it took like 5 more minutes to do it. And I did it like 2 months ago. I stopped, and what happened was my hair didn't like it. I got a protein overload and I was forced to cut off like 2 months worth of hair growth. So I cut off my hair, I trimmed my hair, and then I had to trim it again after 2 months. So literally I have a setback of 2 months worth of hair growth, and I cried. Like, no, I cried from the inside, but seriously, it hurts. Yes, I did. It hurts me too when I need to get a trim, but I know it's for the better. I know it's for healthy hair first, length retention second, and it was definitely worth it. Definitely. I had a lot of single strand knots, and I had a lot of split ends, which I never had ever in my whole entire natural hair journey. I never seen one split end until now. So that was, for me, that was a major sign, like something is wrong and you need to fix it. That's why it's so important to keep track of your hair growth, keep checking up on the health of your hair. Just look at a piece of hair. If you see a lot of single strand knots, if you see a lot of split ends, it's time to trim your hair. Check up on it regularly, please. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments box below, and I'll make sure to answer you ASAP. Thank you guys.
So I'm going to show you guys how I trim Shanelia's hair. We've come a long way in our natural hair journey and in our healthy hair journey, because I didn't know trimming was an essential part of healthy hair. This picture was taken when she was 2 years old. You can clearly see those straggly ends I was talking about when you twist someone's hair that is damaged. This picture was taken 4 years later, when she was 6 years old, and we just started our healthy hair journey, and you can see that her hair didn't grow a lot in those 4 years. I was actually thinking that it was because, you know, black hair doesn't grow mid, when in fact it was because I didn't take properly care of her hair and I didn't trim her hair when I needed to. And the last picture was taken exactly a year later when trimming her ends became an essential part of our healthy hair regimen. What a difference. So I'm starting off on freshly washed hair, which I twisted while it was still wet. I always do pencil size twists to ensure that I get 90% of those knots, split ends out of the way, and it's a really quick and easy way to trim her hair. Always use professional hair scissors. Don't use your old kitchen scissor to cut her hair, because it will only rip her hair and cause more damage than good. So I'm picking one twist, stretching it out, and then looking and feeling where the twist gets thinner, and then cut it off. So that's what I do basically. It's like a really quick job. It would take me less than 10 minutes to get it done, and the end result is amazing because you get like those really juicy twists I was talking about, and that's how you know your hair is healthy. That was it, you guys. Thank you for watching again. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments box below and I'll make sure to answer them ASAP.